going to make an arista miali con gorgonzola.
Con gorgonzola.
So, and that's sort of all those things that come from that area, which is really exciting.
This is great. Don't great minds think alike.
I've got here this beautiful roast pork.
I'll tell you, I saw that in the fridge. I thought, whew, you spared no expense.
Right. This is the center cut of the loin. You ask your butcher for the center cut loin rib chop.
Yeah.
And they'll ask them to clean it up, and it cooks so beautifully. It almost tastes like veal.
Ugh,
you know,
I can't wait.
I just love to do this.
All
now,
right.
We're going to do a quick marinade, not absolutely necessary, but I like to always give it just a little bit more perfume, and we're going to use a couple of the same ingredients that you used here, the orange zest, which we already saw.
I didn't even ask you, you know.
It's amazing, you know. Great
Okay,
minds think alike.
All right, a little
garlic.
Garlic.
And I have some rosemary. And we'll take a little bit of extra virgin olive oil.
A little extra virgine, which we should always use in cooking, don't you think, Todd?
It's the best. It's the best, you know. And I often get accused of using too much of it because when I was cooking in Italy, it was just sort of part of the everyday life over there. So
and a little sea salt.
A little sea salt.
Okay.
And just mix that up, and we very simply just want to rub that on
I'll
there.
rub it over the meat for you, and that's it, right? How easy could this be?
Absolutely.
Well, so how long does this stay with the marinade before we cook it?
You can actually just let it, you can rub it right down just right now to give it a nice perfume, or I like to let it sit for about an hour or so. And in the meantime, I have a pan here.
All right, so we got the hot pan and cold oil going in.
Absolutely.
All right,
and you're going to just let that come up to the heat, and so you just start to get to the smoking point.
Yeah.
And we'll drop this bad boy in there.
Put it right in there.
Like that.
Oh, don't you love that sound? Okay.
It's so beautiful, and the nice perfume that comes out of that.
You want this heat way up?
Yes, way up. I like to get a nice sear on it, because that really helps to seal in all the juices.
Okay,
so it really keeps the flavor and the moistness inside. Now, the exciting thing that we're going to put with this, now of course you can just roast this and serve it plain, nice roast, but what we're going to do today is make gorgonzola waffles.
You know, you always come up with these clever ideas. That's why I love your food, because it's always so interesting.
Well, it's fun. It's kind of taking classic things and just sort of mixing them up in a different
together.
way.
Okay, so what do we got?
Well, we've got this beautiful gorgonzola, which I know you like to cook, and it seems like every time I watch your show, there seems to be a gorgonzola segment on it.
Trying to teach people about gorgonzola cheese.
And we're going to take some of this. This is just chopped up and left at room temperature.
And this is the picante gorgonzola. You need any more? Or is that enough?
That should be enough. And I've got about a cup or so of milk here.
All right.
And some eggs, which of course, you know, and I've been doing this a lot at the restaurant, you know, mixing up, you know, people think of waffles as basically sort of a breakfast.
A breakfast food.
And I've been playing around with them and doing a lot of savory things with them.
Here.
And I love doing things with, you know, mixing artichokes with them and mixing.
This is a great idea. I might try this myself. You don't mind if I copy you, do you?
No, not at all.
Okay, all right.
Not at all. You know, we're not reinventing the wheel here. So that can actually, if we flip that over.
We should turn that over. I got to get 2 clean forks.
All right. And in the meantime, I'll get this puree in. So I blend this together like a milkshake.
Yeah.
The gorgonzola and the eggs and the blue cheese.
All right. It's probably good enough to eat right then and there, don't you think? So
we could just make a nice sauce to go over the top of the pork.
You want to turn this over. All right. Oh, the orange zest on that smells great.
The aroma that comes out of there. Another little trick that I do sometimes.
What did I miss?
Oh, you didn't miss anything other. Just a little bit of flour in here. About a cup of all-purpose flour. We've got some nice herbs here. We've got marjoram.
And you just leave it like that. And the nice thing about this is we can cook this right in this pan, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Cast iron. Your grandmother and mine always cooked in these, right?
Always loved it. A little bit of pepper over the top.
Okay, sure.
And right in the oven, about 450 degrees, 425 degrees for about 45 or 50 minutes.
You open the oven, I'll get it in.
Got it. I have all-purpose flour.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of baking
powder.
And some chopped rosemary.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll mix all our dry ingredients here.
All right. You done with all this gorgonzola?
No, not yet.
No,
we're going to add a little bit more. We want to make sure.
Want to make sure it's really
full,
cheesy.
Yeah, full force gorgonzola.
Yeah.
And it's nice too. I actually sometimes will make these waffles and serve just roasted mushrooms over the top, roasted porcini mushrooms, or just put some nice sliced prosciutto over the top. As you know, gorgonzola and prosciutto works really well together.
Right.
You have a whisker.
What should I do?
You can actually start whisking that while I pour that in there.
Yeah, okay. Now, could you make that part ahead of time or no?
You could absolutely make it ahead of time.
Okay.
We mix that together. Now, in the meantime, we're also going to need some egg whites.
Egg whites, yes, I got those ready for you. You want me to whisk them?
Sure, that's great.
All right.
And I have
egg whites.
some chopped scallions here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like I'm making you do all the hard stuff today. You're getting your workout in today. And now the egg whites, what they're going to do here is actually leaven this, or give it a
Give
nice
it a little lightness,
right?
yeah.
And that really is what makes them very light and very tender as well.
What are we going to cook this in now?
Well, we have a beautiful little waffle iron, which I have heated here.
A surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
Do you want these really dry, or is this good?
That's probably just a little bit more. And look at that. You know what's nice, too, is if you use a copper bowl, look how fast those whip up. You know? And like you said, you get a little workout in today.
Is that good?
We have this heated. That's perfect.
Okay, I want me to fold those in for you.
In. Great.
This is fun, actually.
And
okay.
I'm also, while you're folding that in, I'm going to put a few more flakes of
gorgonzola. Oh, chunks, yeah.
Big chunks in there. So
that's
when
good.
you cut into the waffle, it kind of
get
oozes
that
out.
melty.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
The good stuff. The good stuff there.
All right, and you got to get that waffle iron really heated up, right?
Right. And this is just your standard waffle iron that's been seasoned. I've seasoned this nicely. I'm going to take a little vegetable spray, or you can use a little bit. This has a little olive oil in it, actually.
Okay. Oh, and this is going to be served alongside the pork, or what are we having?
Well, right underneath the pork, and then we're going to make a nice sauce with this fruta mostarda to go over the top.
That is great. Let's let everybody see that. Oh.
And again, this is a savory waffle. And I've been doing this a lot. We've been making asparagus waffles, smoked salmon waffles.
Whatever's in season,
whatever's
actually.
in season.
Yeah.
It's great. Fresh pea waffles.
Whoa,
Just
and now we put the top down?
Put the top down like that.
I
Hopefully that won't overflow.
Tempted to lick the bowl, but I'm not going to do it.
Now, we've got some shallots here.
Yeah.
Okay. And a little sugar. Now, just a little bit. This is going to be sort of an agrodolce, like this. And we're going to let it just sort of simmer just for a second, and the sugar comes out, and then we'll add.
Can I get a job at your restaurant?
I don't think so. I think you're overqualified.
Okay, and
here,
now
we've got a little bit of red wine.
A little bit of red wine goes in, and we're going to reduce this.
Reduce this down.
Okay.
And some one thing I like to do just to add sort of again that vinegary taste to it is the balsamic vinegar. Okay?
Yeah.
And this mixes with the sugar and the shallots.
Hey, we got to check those waffles.
Yeah. Let's see. Hopefully we're not sticking here. We'll give
Not
it another
yet.
second,
okay.
almost.
We can't be in a hurry. We can't be in a hurry.
Got a little bay leaf in here.
Bay leaf.
Right.
I put that in mine too.
Right,
Okay.
and some fresh rosemary.
All right. And you're a believer of fresh herbs too, aren't you, Todd?
Big time, big time. In fact, rosemary I think is my absolute favorite herb in the world.
Ah. Okay.
All right, we have, this is some veal stock.
And obviously this is homemade.
Homemade veal stock.
Wonderful.
Not absolutely necessary.
All right.
If you use chicken stock, or you can just make that red wine reduction.
Yeah.
And that works just as well.
So after this cooks for a while, we've got sauce.
It reduces down into this beautiful, rich, dark sauce.
Oh, it's beautiful. It is really beautiful to look at. Can I have a taste?
Absolutely. That's just reduced down. You have the nice red wine flavor.
Oh.
Let's see how our waffles
That's good. That's really good.
Look at that. Ready? Here we go.
Hoo-hoo.
There we go. Beautiful waffle. It overflowed a little bit.
Hey, it's the kitchen.
It's all part of,
it's all part of cooking.
the deal. I want to see how that pork is doing over there.
Oh, yeah, right.
You had some there? Absolutely. Beautiful pork one. All the juices and how the herbs sort of crusted over the top of that. Now, we have some mustard fruit.
Let's bring that over
Now, one
here.
thing I will, too, is add some of this syrup, the sirop, to the sauce as well.
To the sauce.
And just take this down. You can see this nice, this beautiful fruit like this.
And they use all kinds of whole fruits.
Right. Oh, yeah. All the stone fruits, cherries, pears, apricots, and then it's all in this nice sauce here. Okay. And, you know, they'll use this, like you said, with boiled meats like the bolito misto.
The bolito misto.
Right,
some of these mostardas, though, can be very, very sharp. They have a little horseradish in them.
Oh,
yeah.
I just think they're so wonderful and work so nicely with the pork.
The complement to the pork.
Right, now, we're going to just add this to the sauce here.
Okay.
Okay.
Boy, that is gorgeous.
And a little bit of the syrup, too, because I like to add
put
that
some of that
sweetness
in.
to it. You have the nice agrodolce.
All right, this sauce is beautiful. Now we want to give this a cut here. Should we cut this right here, do you think?
That'll work. That'll work.
Move this off out of the way.
All right. Now, let's pull this waffle out.
Wow.
Look at that. It's steaming, beautiful, hot.
All right, so how's this go together?
I'll show you here. We're going to take this right out of here like this. It comes right out. Take that waffle out like that. Put it on the board. And
hey, waffles aren't for breakfast anymore.
Going to take this like this is like
just
a pizzelle, you know, you get on the streets of Rome.
Straighten this up a little bit. Yeah, great. Do you want one or two?
Just one, I think is plenty. And you put the pork on top, and I'll run around here and grab the sauce.
Wow. Oh my. Is this a gourmet feast
That's
or
it, huh?
what? Oh,
Fabuloso.
Oh, beautiful.
And then you've got the complement of this wonderful, rich, and wonderful fruta mostarda, which has that sort of picante spice with it and the
that
sauce.
is gorgeous.
That is just, there you go. That's right over the top, and you've got that sauce that drains right into
It's a picture.
the waffle, and a little arugula to garnish.
It's a picture.
There you go.